Okay. Well, I have to click to add myself to be part of the stream, so I finally did. And I just wanted to come and talk about this whole business of like, oh, TikTok's banning MLMs. Oh boy, it's so exciting. So exciting. And why I think it really doesn't matter. Cheers, by the way. For the past couple of hours, I've been editing it's feedback, but it ends up being editing a 51-page facilitator guide. So my eyes feel like they're just like bleeding from doing that. Meanwhile, I think, I want to say it was like 3 a.m. or something like that. Hello there. Hello. About 3 a.m, I think that's when I got an email about this whole TikTok thing. And now, don't get me wrong. Do I think it's a good thing? Yes. In case you don't know, word on the street is that it came out that TikTok is banning multi-level marketing from its platform. Sounds good, huh? Like, wow, we're winning, but are we? But are we? I mean, are we? And I don't think it matters. And I'm going to, chat about why as I drink my Angry Orchard. Hashtag not sponsored by Angry Orchard. But I actually wanted one of my sparkling orange waters. I didn't have any cold, so I grabbed an Angry Orchard because I'm thirsty. Okay, so if you've heard about the ban and you've seen people like, basically having a parade, a celebration, a party, just like, wow, this is fantastic, let me know. And your thoughts and opinions can be different than mine. And I'm going to tell you why I think it's really not that big of a deal. My gosh, and I'm not going to get the date right because my brain is melting from editing that document for someone. And because I've slept since then, okay? But whenever it happened, when Advocare got the Ixnay, Advocare got the X, there was a big hurrah. But the thing is that these companies and these people involved in these companies, and I'm going to give you examples with OneCoin. If you have not watched any of my Notorious series, then you probably don't know what I'm talking about. OneCoin is a cryptocurrency multi-level marketing company. The founder, Ruja Ignatova, vanished in 2017. And so the top people just started, scattering. But they all either joined another MLM or they created one. So that's what I'm saying with Advocare, same thing. Just because it's shut down, it's not like, oh, wow, this is just, we are winning. No, it's going to take a heck of a lot more than that. A heck of a lot more than one little MLM shutting down, because these things are like cancer and they're all around the globe. For instance, with OneCoin, supposedly at one point, there were I want to say 3 million people who were part of it. I don't know what the count is now, but I'm still continuing my whole little Notorious series on all of that, of uncovering the background of various former leaders who are now into other scams. So let's talk about this whole, now TikTok is saying no MLMs, which again, on the surface, it's like, this is fabulous. And again, I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but what happens is with social media, who has watched, oh crap, what is the name of the movie? With the dinosaurs. You guys know what I'm talking about. With the dinosaurs, it's been around. There's been Jurassic Park. There we go. And I think there's that saying of nature finds a way. MLM finds a way. Multi-level marketing people involved in it, they're like cockroaches. You can't get rid of them. They are everywhere and they will rise to the occasion and survive. That's what they do. Just like cockroaches. Because I remember a few years ago, back when I was a Beachbody hun, and at one point I thought I was going to be a social media coach because that's an obvious progression, or a business coach. That's, you guys see that all the time, all of these, such jank, but I digress. Anywho, Facebook back in the day when I first joined, hey there, young widow life. When I first joined Beachbody, you could post before and after pictures. And you also could post like graphics that had about the challenge pack and all of this. And then all of that changed and that was shut down, taken away. There was also a time when people did a lot of engagement baiting, when they would, like, those different pictures of which dress should I wear, or, all of that kind of stuff. And then Facebook put the kibosh on that. And then there are certain words, which I don't remember because I've slept since then, that Facebook then frowned upon and wasn't showing stuff, because if you use these words, it's like, no, don't like that. Facebook, you can report posts. You can report it as spam, and I think as unauthorized sales. So anytime somebody sees multi-level marketing on Facebook, they oftentimes will report it as unauthorized sales. But we're talking about TikTok. Hey, Joseph. Yes, and I'm drinking too, Joseph. So today, with this whole thing about, TikTok, well, what's going to happen, right? The Huns are going to find a way. They're not going to just lie down and play dead. That's not what they do. They never have. They retool. And those coaches out there like Ray Higdon, Fraser Brooks, Eric Worre, John Eric Mosler, Fallon Zoe, just pick a name. They're going to tell you what to do now. Now that you can't do that, but you can do this. That's what happens. They just find a different way to do the same thing. I really don't think it's going to be this big thing. Now, I do wonder if there's any mention, let me check on something, because I might get some intel. Live intel. How exciting. And I'm going to apologize in advance that if the lighting gets kind of funky, because my desk is in front of a huge window. The sun's going down. I can't turn on the light in this room because I'm not tall enough. So it may get kind of dark, and there's nothing I can do. And before you tell me, oh, I'll send you a ring lamp, I have one. It's boxed up. I haven't had time nor the desire to try to get that set up out here. And I also have, what do you call them? The soft lights too. Again, not the time nor the desire to shut, all that. Okay, so let me see if I can get some live intel and see, are Huns saying things about this? Because they're going to. Those leaders are going to say what to do now, because they're going to want to calm everyone down, because there are going to be people running around freaking the F out. That, oh my God, you're taking my TikTok away and I'm in, Beachbody. And Alma knows exactly what I want, but I've never seen a Hun. Okay, Laurel, that is really interesting. Okay, so I'll read the comment to you. I'm someone who frequents TikTok, and maybe the algorithm knows exactly what I want. And that's what an algorithm does. An algorithm serves up what it thinks you want to see across any platform. But I've never seen a Hun recommended to me. I think this might probe them to go to TikTok on purpose. Oh, that is interesting, just to prove it. Yes, okay. Thank you, Laurel. Thank you. Mwah. You brought up another point, because so many of these companies, for instance, Market America. I get comments by the Market America Huns all the time. This is not an MLM. This is direct. Duck. Does it look like a duck? Does it sound like a duck? Does it walk like a duck? It's a duck. It's a duck. Okay? It's a duck. But they don't see it that way because they've been taught that it's not an MLM. It's the unfranchised business. It's not MLM. Uses all the same language, upline, downline, it's a duck, it's MLM. But they always try to pretend like they're not something. So if they are reported as being MLM, like, no, we're not. This is why we're not. And the thing is, people overall in general are not familiar really with what multi-level marketing is. I know that from the get-go, doing videos here for over a year about multi-level marketing companies. So many people don't really understand, nor do they know how predatory multi-level marketing companies are, because, multi-level marketing companies, how many times can I say that in a row? Good golly, Miss Molly. But the Direct Selling Association, which is a lobbyist group for multi-level marketing companies, They've got clout. They've got power. These companies give to, Democrats and Republicans. It's not just one way or the other. Oh my gosh, right? MLMs are illegal. Just some, and I don't know how to say, I'm not going to be able to say the last word. So I apologize in advance. It starts with a B and I don't know what to say. So I'm sorry. Anyway, okay, I'm going to see if I can find this intel, live intel. Aren't you excited? Are you really excited? Are you really excited? I'm going to look for live intel. And I've got to move my mic. And my husband is working tonight, so this is why I'm also doing this. Usually we're watching the news together, and then it takes us, I swear, 3 hours to watch like a 30-minute news program because we pause it all the time to have discussions about what's going on. And I'm really not kidding. 3 hours to watch 30 minutes. That's us. Okay, so let me see if I can find this. I'm going to look at a couple of places to see, are they saying something? Because they will. But I really think, and Laurel, you go to TikTok. I'm neither Tik nor Talk at all. Like, oh, aren't you sweet? Thank you. I neither Tik nor Talk, but I've been there because I've done reaction videos to ring bomb parties, Beachbody, and there's one other one. What else did I do? Plunder Designs. Yeah, that's a jewelry thing. All that. I reacted to those. Because, it's so janky just, selling that stuff over there. Okay, let me see. Look, I'm not creating a post. That's not what I want to do. Is anybody talking about it over here? No. Okay, so going to look somewhere else because you know what? I don't give up easily just to see if any of these people are talking about it. Because I bet you people like Carl Deichler, you know who Carl Deichler is? Raise your hand if you do. I can't see you, but raise your hand anyway. That, he'll probably come on and respond to it. They'll all start responding to why they're not that. And try to calm everybody down and everything. Because it really, I honestly, I don't see it making a difference at all. I think on the surface, it looks like it will, but the reality will be everybody's just going to do something else, use different hashtags, say different things. That's what happens. That's what happens. Okay, let me look in here and see if there's anything. I'm just looking a couple of places to see, and I'm just searching for TikTok. And I may not be able to find anything right now, but maybe I will another day. I don't know. No, the last thing I see is they were having some kind of giveaway over on TikTok. Have your why and all that crap. So darn, I was hoping to be able to find that stuff. I really was hoping that they start just going crazy right now because they will. Sorry, my bra's falling down. Do you have that problem? Because my bra's like forever slipping down, like every day, all day. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter. Maybe I'm just a spaz. I don't know. But who owns TikTok? That's a really good question. I don't know because I've never looked into it. Because I don't really Tik or Talk. I just don't. I look at those things and I see stuff and it's like, wow, that's really talented. And people really thought out how to do that. I wouldn't have a clue what to do. I just probably pretty much pee on myself because I'd be like, I don't know what to do on TikTok. I don't know. I can come here and just, yabber about something that I can do because I am a chatty Cathy. If you're ever with me in person, it's like I don't stop. I'm just on and on and on and on. And Monica is the same way. If you guys know Monica, she's changed her last name to Hayworth. She and I, every day, all day. Thank God we're not like in the same room. We'd never get anything done, like ever. Walmart and, oh gosh, I can't read. Walmart and Cisco bought TikTok. Really? Oh, Joseph, I know your bra doesn't fall down because you've got the best tits ever, right? I love Joseph. He's such a sweetie pie. I did not know that Cisco did that. So that's interesting. But, I don't know how you guys feel about, What I really think is if we want to have an impact, grassroots level, us as people, we have to get loud about our disdain for multi-level marketing. And I'm going to give you an example. Since the beginning of the pandemic, I don't have the little thing with me, you'll just have to take my word for it. I started doing, what do they call, like, those meal boxes. And I started with HelloFresh. And I might do a video on this, and I don't like how this looks. Oh, well, screw it. I started with HelloFresh, and I did it because my husband eats very different from me. Anything green, the man's not going to eat. Myself, I love veggies. I love to cook. He doesn't eat rice. I mean, there's just so many things. He says he's particular. I say he's picky. So I started getting HelloFresh because I am high risk. If you didn't know that, I'm a cancer survivor. I had breast cancer. And so I didn't want to go around and be from people. I still don't. I mean, I'm such a shut-in. I'm a natural shut-in anyway. But this is just like, nope, I give him a list, and it's like, I write it on the little board. It's like, you go and deal with all that stuff. So I started using HelloFresh, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. But then I was like, okay, let me try something else. And I did, but that was Dinnerly. And after a while, those recipes just weren't as good. So I went back to HelloFresh, and you know what arrived in my box? Because they'll put like little flyers and stuff. You ready? You ready for what arrived? And it pissed me off big time. What arrived was in there was a little flyer card thing that was for Thermomix. And I think it's the T6 or something. Thermomix is by Vorwerk. I did a video on it a while back. You can find it. It's within all my videos. That's a multi-level marketing company. So HelloFresh is sitting there promoting multi-level marketing to their entire audience. And then if you go to their link, it's like, schedule a demonstration online. Because usually with Thermomix, you do a live type thing. And so when I saw that, I was pissed because I'm like, I like this company. I like the recipes, but if you are going to support multi-level marketing, you are out the door. I'm canceling you because I do not want to support anyone who does that. Think about when, what was it? The Roden & Fields collabed with, what is that? Anastasia Beverly Hills, because I've never bought any of that. Goodbye Fresh. There you go. Exactly. And if we are not loud to these companies about if they are promoting multi-level marketing, because when that collab happened with Roden & Fields and Anastasia Beverly Hills, Twitter went ballistic. Do you see anybody talking about HelloFresh recommending Thermomix? Has anybody said a word other than me? Because I think I posted something over on my Instagram. Have you seen anything about that? Probably not. Probably not. We have to get loud. Just because a platform is like, we're banning MLM, you're good now. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. They find a way. They do something else all the time. For instance, on Facebook. Now, I know a lot of Beachbody coaches still run their challenge groups on Facebook, but they also have an app for it. So, it's like they will retool and do something. And let's just say, for whatever reason, every single video on TikTok is reported and is removed. You know what they'll do? They'll find another platform and go there. That's what happens. When it all started, you saw a bunch of blog posts by Hans. Because now you go to Google, you enter something, and it's like you come up with all those blog posts. And then YouTube, and then Facebook, Instagram, and somewhere Snapchat, TikTok. I mean, every single time there's a platform, the Huns come out like cockroaches. And you can't kill cockroaches easy. You can't kill MLM easy. You gotta get loud. Really, really loud, and let companies know and people know. That's why you need to write to your congressperson. And if you're in another country other than the US, I don't know who you need to write. You can Google that shit because I don't know what every country needs to do. But we need to get loud, report things, tell our stories, talk about it. Now, I don't think it's a good idea to be crappy to people who are in multi-level marketing. I don't believe in shaming anyone who's involved in it. I think that's mean. I think it's hurtful. I think people come across as a bully when they're just like, you know, with the claws out. It can get nasty. I think a lot of that is due to the fact that because a lot of people were in these companies, you are and I am, you're psychologically scarred from it and you're not over it. You know, you carry this weight with you. And we don't have anything to help us through it of how to compartmentalize this and work past it. I mean, that's another problem. You know, in my opinion, that's a huge problem. So what do you guys think? BitChute. Oh yeah, BitChute. You know what? Joseph, over on BitChute, you know those two guys that have like come at me from a Magic. I put up one of the videos over there and also on Vimeo because I'm like, you know what, you think you're going to get rid of this? Nope, I'll just put it somewhere else. You know, that's what people do. That's what people do. It's just like a kid, you know, that you say no to, or that like sneaks out, or that they will find another way and connive and to get their way. Multi-level marketing companies have been around a long time. There's a lot of money involved in it. They're not going to just let that shit shut down easily. And I suspect, I mean, it's as I've done my research into OneCoin, it is so much darker than what you think on the surface. It's so much darker than that stay-at-home mom wanting you to buy her leggings. So much darker and so much more vile. So vile. And that's the thing I don't think most people, if I bra again, most people understand is that, you know, because overall, in my opinion, this is from my perspective, when it comes to like anti-MLM, a lot of people, we talk about only the ones involved in the US. But again, they're all over the globe, everywhere. Every country is dealing with this. And so we cannot have this myopic view. We can't have this tunnel vision and just focus on our own backyard because it's a larger problem, a much larger problem. Oh, thank you, Joseph. I'm glad you enjoy my work on OneCoin. I've got a real gem coming up after my Kari video. They're also awful. I swear, I'm going to take off my glasses now. They're also awful. I swear. It's like each one I start researching, oh my God, it's like you're worse than the last one. It's like just horrifying how horrible they are. And I think I posted over on Instagram, 8 people in Argentina were arrested who had been involved in OneCoin. The brother of the founder was arrested and he's here in the US. And I think and there was an attorney who lost his license because of his involvement of money laundering for OneCoin. So there's a lot of things going on. I really think there's organized crime that's connected to different multi-level marketing companies. I mean, I think there's just darkness. Do I have proof and evidence? No, I don't. I have a gut feeling. I have all the research that I've been doing. It's just like, you know how sometimes something just doesn't pass your sniff test? And you're like, something is off here? That's how I feel when I start thinking about how deep and dark is this rabbit hole of multi-level marketing. You know, it's not a simple thing that we're going to ban multi-level marketing. Now it all is going to go away. I looked earlier and I was looking up hashtags and I found a ton. Now, granted, you know, we could just start reporting all of those, right? We could start looking all kinds of hashtags. They'll come up with other hashtags. They'll say they're not, you know, they're not MLM, even though they're a member of Direct Sellers. That was a wine company, DSA, Direct Selling Association. I'm sorry, my brain is mush from that editing today. What is totally Lulu Mafia in suits and with those horrible. Oh my gosh, that is hysterical thinking up. That is so funny. But yeah, I mean, the tentacles of multi-level marketing are long and wide, and they go around the world, you know? Do you think they're just going to like roll over and die and just say, up, you defeated us. We're now shutting down. Does that even seem remotely logical or feasible that this will impact them in that way? I don't think so. I just don't. You know, I've seen it time and time and time again, especially on Facebook when the algorithm has changed there. And now, it's like, got to figure it out again. Why? Okay. Here's a little thing that, because I used to be in, I used to think that Ray Higdon was going to help me. So whenever you hear, like, are you open to the opportunity? That's a Ray Higdon line. Would you be open to watching a short video, blah, blah, whatever, just, how they interweave it in there. And I'm just, when I see that and hear, I think I vomit a little bit in my mouth each and every time. Yep, exactly. They always find a way. Yep. And that's my point. I mean, we can have a celebratory parade, but then we're going to turn around and go like, holy crap, look at what they're doing now. So those are my thoughts and opinions about all of this. Because, I thought about doing a formalized video. I was like, oh, screw that. I was going to go live as I walk the dogs around the block, but then I was trying to pick up poop like that just didn't work out. So I came over here. She did a video on his book. See, I've done a lot of stuff on him and what happens in his rank maker groups. All of it. Oh, it's so dreadful. So dreadful. Is there anything else about this you would like me to talk about? Do you have any questions about this that are burning in you that you want me to respond to? Because I am happy to do that. Because I kind of have said my piece of what I think and why I think it's really not going to make a difference. It's a drop in the bucket. That's all it is. It's just a drop in the bucket, It looks good on surface, but do all the people, what? This is another thing. Facebook has allowed MLMs to proliferate, in my opinion. The companies pay for ads. The Huns buy ads. That's a lot of revenue. I don't think MLM is just going to go off of Facebook. I don't know. Are there ads on TikTok? Because again, I don't tick or talk. If people are paying for ads over there, they're not going to want to lose that revenue, They're not. My opinion. Savvy is a sweetie pie, too, by the way. I'm supposed to do something with her sometime. The collab I was going to do with her, I ended up going into the hospital when it was going on, so I couldn't do that because we were going to talk about some of these courses that people create. And if you don't know, I'm a professional instructional designer. That means design and develop training. Like if you've ever had to take compliance training where you work or anything, that kind of stuff, or you work somewhere and you go to face-to-face training and you have a little guide and somebody else. I designed that stuff, the instruction. My bra, good golly. So let me know, if you want me to talk more about this stuff, I can, because I just don't want people to make it out to be a larger answer. I mean, an answer to a much larger problem, The smile liners and sleeping apps. Oh, I don't see those. You know what? But I am so rarely on any platform. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, I'm so glad, Joseph, that you bought that. I bought Robert Fitzpatrick, his book Ponzi-nomics is now out, and I was expecting that today, but it did not arrive. And so I'm a little bit upset about that. And I'm planning on having him and Doug Brooks on my channel again. If you don't know who Doug is, he's an attorney. He has fought against MLM. They were both consulted for Bidding on Zero, which was about Herbalife. And Doug also, he won the case of Nixium versus Rick Ross. That was a 12-year case. And they're both friends of mine, and they are amazing and have been fighting against this crap for a long time. And that's the kind of the email chain that I was on this morning, is a bunch of people about this, and they were involved in it. So I kind of threw back my 2 cents about how I don't think it's as, I think it's good, but I don't think it's as wonderful and a solution as, maybe other people do. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the lipstick. I wear red. I just wear red. What can I say? And it's not like I wear a fancy red either. Because I'm not fancy. I'm just not fancy. Look at me. No lighting here. I'm not fancy. But I'm a bucket of fun. That's what I am. You may not know me, but I am a bucket of fun. At least I think so. I entertain myself all the time. I'm very good at self-entertainment. Maybe it's because I'm an only child. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have a mind that never stops, but I'm very good at self-entertainment. I don't want to keep you guys here unless you have anything that you want to ask me about this stuff. And it doesn't have to be just about TikTok. If you have something about multi-level marketing in general, you want to ask me, you can do that too. Cause I'll hang out if you guys ask me something for a little bit longer, like 10 minutes or so, if you guys want me to talk about stuff, because I'm happy to do that since my husband isn't home and I have my angry orchard to keep me, unparched. That's not even a word, to wet my whistle, something like that. Is it cold where you are? Because it got cold here, for Houston, most people will be like, oh, that's not cold. But, I turned the heater on and everything. Yeah, it's supposed to get down. I think there's going to be a light freeze tonight. I have never watched family vloggers, B. I haven't. But you know what? There is a vlog that I do want to do for my channel. I can't even tell you what it is yet. And there's a reason. And I know that's kind of, I'm not trying to be a jerk, I'm not trying to be a jankhole or anything. But there is something I want to share, but I can't even talk about it yet. I got a fancy camera and everything thanks to my Patreons. And I mean, have I figured out how to use it? Not yet, but I'm going to. So when I do start using that camera, whatever I am vlogging about, it might look kind of crappy. And if it does, I'm sorry in advance. What can I say? Learning as I go. That's, aren't we all doing that as we go through life? I mean, it's not like they give you a handbook on how to adult. You just have to do it. It's so hot there. Oh, you're in Sydney. I know humidity and I know heat because of Houston. Most of my life. Lived in Chicago, lived in Orange County as well. I've never been to Seattle or Vancouver. I'd like to go to both. Jamaica. Oh my gosh. I would love to go to Jamaica. Love to go there. Cold and snow. You know what? Okay. That whole Chicago thing with the cold and the snow. When I had to wear a jacket on the 4th of July, I am like, WTF is up with this? This is just wrong. So, I came back to Houston. What can I say? It's like, I'll take the heat over the cold because it's like, 9 months out of the year, you're freezing your ass off up there, which I just can't do. Snowy Christmas. As a child, I always dreamed of a white Christmas. And I think I still have a picture of me. I was probably about 6, probably. And it snowed in Houston around the Christmas time. And I had skis for my Barbies. And I remember going down like the windshield of my parents' car, with my Barbies. I think my mom took a picture of that. Detroit. Oh, gosh. Okay. 30 degrees. So, light snow. Well, I know you'll get more snow over the winter. I know you will, Joseph. Oh. Well, like I said, guys, I don't want to just keep you guys here. I mean, I can just sit here and just jabber about nothing. I am doing research right now for another deep dive on another MLM. That is like, what, as I go through, I'm like, I can't believe this even exists. Why does it even exist? Why does anybody buy this stuff? I don't get it. Obviously, I'm not the target market. I am not. And hopefully you aren't either. Close. B is close. Oh, close, like close to Detroit. Okay, I'm following. I'm thinking, is that the name of a town? I need context. What can I say? In addition to that MLM that I started researching, tomorrow one is coming out about a connection that MLM has to infomercials. There's a specific connection that will be coming out. I have more on the gifting table. Got to finish that up. And then the next person on my list for OneCoin, I'll start researching that too. So, I mean, I've just got, I tell you what, when it comes to multi-level marketing, in my opinion, there is just like an endless supply of content. I never run out of something to say. There's always something going on, just like what happened today with TikTok. Anywho, you lovely, lovely people, I am so glad. Oh, you wanted someone to start talking about this, Laura? Well, I'm glad that you've heard me talking about it because, I mean, in one of the things that we need to do, and I believe Doug talked about this on the last time he was a guest on my channel, is that the rulings that we go by about, pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing, I mean, all of that stuff needs to change. And it's not changing anytime soon, unless, in my opinion, the public at a grassroots level were loud and put the pressure on, just like my whole HelloFresh thing that I told you about, with Thermomix. If people start calling out this stuff and canceling things, not doing business with people who are promoting MLM, then maybe they'll stop. Maybe, you got to hit it where it hurts. And to me, where it hurts them is their pocketbook. That's why I, canceled my subscription with HelloFresh. It's like, okay, you're going to promote this. If you come out and publicly apologize and then never associate yourself with another multi-level marketing company, then I would consider, that's the only way I'd consider it. But they're not, I talked to them on the phone. I did email, it's like they're not, because there's not enough people being pissed off about that. Exactly. Hit them in their pockets. That's what we have to do. We have to say no to things so that they stop. That it's kind of like, it's like putting out a fire. You got to put if it's a small fire, like a blanket or something, how you can, put it out. I don't know anything about fires, but you know what I mean, I hope. I don't know if I'm making sense or not. But you got to be able to stomp it out. And we can't do that if people aren't reporting, if people aren't talking about it, if people continue to do business with companies that are promoting MLM, like some of these beauty boxes that will have MLM crap in them, and you just keep on buying it. They don't care. And social media platforms aren't going to stop taking ad revenue from companies that are MLM or from the Huns that are part of MLM. They're just not. They're not. Why would they? Why would they be like, you know what? No, sorry. Your Herbalife don't want your money. Oh, they're like, cha-ching. Come on in. Let me open the door for you. That's what they do. I think sometimes this kind of thing, it's a surface thing, because it makes it look like they care, but do they really? I wonder, actually, the fact that they are getting extra abuse shows we're off to a good start. They always come with the abuse when they are being affected. Yeah, and that's what they'll do. I mean, it'll be like, oh, it's a bunch of haters. That's what happens. That's what they cling to. And they cling to that because the companies, the whole thought reform that goes on and brainwash them and get them to actually believe this is a good thing, because it's up to them to keep them believing. So they keep buying. So those at the top keep earning money. It's just crazy how it all just continues. But they will come out with saying that people are being mean to them. And I get those comments all the live long day on my videos. And there's a lot of them that, because you can hide comments, because I have a bunch of words that just aren't allowed on my comment section. So I can be decide if it is, yes, I approve that. No, I don't. And people leave janky ass, links all the time. And no, you're not coming over here and pissing in my backyard and leaving your stinking links. That's not happening. Not on my watch. And, they try to say how I don't know anything. And they do that to other creators too. I'm not the only one. It's not like I'm special, because I'm not, but it's up to us. Get loud, get noisy whenever you see MLM with any company. If you are on TikTok, go and look for different hashtags of different companies and report the videos. And let's see what happens. Let's see, does it have an impact? Does it? It would be great if it did. I'm just not expecting it. Am I just cynical? I just don't expect it, because they always find another way. And those coaches are going to come out and be like, now that this has come out because a bunch of haters, blah, 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 this is what you got to do. And that's what I'll probably be looking for, is to see what are the new tactics they're going to tell people to do. Because there's always new tactics for social media for the hunts to shill their wares. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hopping on here with me and dealing with my darkness back here since I don't have a light. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being part of my little community and watching any of my videos. You have no idea how much that means to me, because it absolutely means the world to me. Remember, you're beautiful and I love you.